Guess who? Holy moly, it must be my birthday.
Voice! Stop talking like Herbert from Family Guy. The viewers already think we were just as bad as Quagmire. You want us to be compared to Grandpa Diddy too? Huh? Do you? Look, I'm sorry. Oh, you hear that? He's sorry. If he was sorry, you wouldn't have done it. You make that Diddy voice again, and I never appear with you on screen ever again. Like, relax. You relax. I just had one good cup of pre-workout. I am literally ready to curb some of so do not upset the gangster inside Voice, because he is ready to be unleashed and commit multiple mass robberies and shooting in his own neighborhood for no reason. Anyways, who is this? She kinda cute. Oh my god, those peepers are peeping. Looks like a Cyclops. A little small for a Cyclops, don't you think? From what I looked up, a Cyclops should be at least 15 to 25 feet tall. Depending on the story, however, the size could change though. Well, this one's the perfect size. Yeah, but her eye ain't. Why that thing so big? Where's the other one? And who the hell is she staring at? Now, you're being skeptical. She's beautiful. Yeah, beauty don't mean safe. Amber Heard taught me that. And don't Cyclopses eat human flesh? Well, I think that may depend on which type of Cyclops you're talking about, because the ones from Hesiod's Diogony were blacksmiths and apparently brothers. They were the sons of Gaia and Uranus, and they made a bunch of the gods' signature weapons, like Zeus's thunderbolt and Poseidon's trident. Also, there's no record of them eating anybody. Yes, but that story doesn't specifically say they wouldn't eat a human. And are these Cyclopses the brothers of the Titans and the Hecatonkars? And since they are, wouldn't it make it more likely for them to eat a human? Maybe, but there's no proof. But there is proof in Homer's Odyssey. Oh, come on, Knight. She's nothing like those savages. They were not only savages, Voice, they were cannibals. And the main and most evil one from this mythology is Polyphemus, the son of Poseidon, and a chick named Thessa. She a nymph. And a sleut. Well, how bad could Polyphemus be? How bad? Man, have you not read the story? The giant Cyclops ate 6 of Odysseus' men. But not at the same time, though. Oh, not at the same time, he says, as if that makes it better. Silence, fool! No matter what way you look at it, the Cyclopses in Homer's Odyssey were evil! In the story, these specific Cyclopses were called lawless folk and uncivilized shepherds. They were all apparently male because there's no mention of any female Cyclopses. Wait, what? No female Cyclopses? Nope, not a one. Well, how did they reproduce then? Anyway, they also lived in primitive, antisocial family units, and they were also known to consume sheep and goats, and apparently they may drink milk. Can you milk a goat? Yep. Anyway, their size, their cannibalism, and the fact that there's suspiciously no females, even though you need females in a society to reproduce, is why they are unwise to smash. And this one specifically could be very dangerous. Look at that big ass red eye and that sexy maid outfit. You ain't fooling nobody. I was fooled. Shut up! One moment she served me some tea, and then oh, come on, Knight. You're being too negative. Even if she was dangerous, we could beat her. I mean, she has one eye, and we have technology. What kind of technology are you talking about? Pocket fin. Pocket fin. Pocket fin? Pocket fin. Wait, pocket fin? You mean pocket sand?
Pocket sand.
No, it's pocket fin now, old man. You mean like the drug? She'll never see it coming, Knight. You just grab a big handful out of your pocket, and then Alright, the next con I have for the female Cyclops is simply its eye. No matter how I look at it, realistically, that eye would look weird. And I mean, I know it looks cute animated, but could you even imagine seeing a woman with a big ass eye in the middle of her head, and likely one unibrow? Every other part of her body would have to be perfect. And I mean, damn near Megan Fox levels of perfect. So perfect that her eye is the last thing you look at. So other than that and the other cons I already told you, the Cyclops waifu's pros may really depend on the waifu in question, especially since in mythology they're all male, or all the ones that are mentioned by name or male. So let's see if there's any modern female Cyclops that are wise to smash. And of course, the first one I thought of was Turanga Leela from the show Futurama. Now Leela is a Cyclops by design only. At first in the series, she thought she was an alien, but later, she eventually found out that she was a sewer mutant. And yes, you heard right, this mildly attractive woman is from the sewers. Specifically, the sewers of New York. And she was born around these people. Ew! Damn, they ugly. Luckily for Leela though, she was born as surprisingly the least mutated mutant. However, her mutations are still pretty weird though. And her mutations consist of purple hair, her eye obviously. She grows elbow talons that can be shaved off. And the two last ones are cons. She literally has a concessional appearance of a singing boil she named Susan, and that thing has a face, a gender, and everything. And yes, it is sentient. Now Leela can get rid of it, but it comes back every few months. So not the biggest con in the world, but it is very weird. And her next con is even weirder. Listen to this. This woman actually lays an egg occasionally. Now I don't think it's ever really shown in the TV show, but Leela did stick to her parents in the episode Leela and the Genestalk, episode 22, season 7, that she does in fact occasionally lay eggs. Now I don't know what comes out of them. In fact, I don't even know if you could just eat them. You probably could just eat them. Who knows? This is a weird universe. Now, her pros. Well, she's very attractive, and a lot of people in the show see her as attractive, especially Philip J. Fry, the idiot, and and also technically the main character, and the guy who never wears any pants, Zap Brannigan. Now I have to mention in terms of dating, at the beginning of the series, Lila can be described as being very picky with who she wants to date, and she dumped many men over the smallest flaw. However, as you can see, this changed. I mean, she slept with Zap Brannigan once because she felt bad for him, and the second time because she was forced to. And of course, anyone who watched the show knows that she eventually gets with Fry. But he is literally her simp in the friend zone. Listen, that man has been trying to get those Cyclops cheeks since day one, and it took them 7 seasons to get together. Look, I'm losing my point. My point is, her standards seemingly have lowered a lot. I don't even know why they were so high. She has one big ass eye, and she lays eggs. Her dating standards should be in the dirt. Alright, next one is a pretty famous one. Cherry Bomb, the Cyclops designed center demon from Has-Been Hotel. Now I have to mention this fact about her design. Notice how she never stopped smiling. Her teeth are described as pale yellow. And I point this out because, and it may also just be a design choice, but her teeth color could also possibly be because she does all sorts of center-like activities, like partying, drinking, fighting, turf wars. Apparently she's very territorial, at least to those who come on her turf. She loves explosives, she loves drinking, taking drugs, and she likes having sex with complete strangers. That's a pro. I mean, is it though? She sounds like
she belongs to the streets.
Like in all seriousness, this woman was once a human, and now she's in hell doing all sorts of sinner-like behaviors. Now obviously you can smash, but the fact that she's not just a Cyclops, but also a demon is kind of worrisome. Because technically to smash her, you would have to go into hell. And so then you have to ask yourself the question, is Cherry Bomb worth going into hell over? She has an Australian accent, she's a skilled dancer, and she's lots of fun. Come on, Knight. But she's also an arsonist, and she's committed various other crimes, and she's kind of dating the snake guy, isn't she? Ha! No, he's in heaven now. Are you kidding me? The snake guy is the first demon to get into heaven? Did he at least hit that before he went? Nah, I think they were just dating. And see, that's why he's in heaven, and she's not. I mean, I guess all the ho-ho-hos go to hell, I guess, and stay there. Yeah, boys, I ain't burning in hell for no one-eyed chick. But what about Nifty? Especially not for Nifty. Alright, our next one is a genuine Cyclops girl, but also in the My Daily Life of Monster Girl anime, she's considered a mono-eye. And mono-eyes are just a humanoid species with a single eye. And she's cute, standing at 4 feet 11 inches tall. She's a member of the Monster Girl group called MON, which stands for Monster Ops Neutralization. And she's apparently the sniper of that group, which is a huge pro because women with guns will always be sexy. And her personality is described as shy and somewhat depressed, and she's very insecure about her eye. And one con I found for her is that she is a crybaby. And this is a con obviously because she's a Cyclops and she has a large eye. And a large eye for a Cyclops means large tear ducts, or in other words, she can emit tears very easily. And her eyes are described as swelling up with tears very often. This girl cries at literally everything. TV shows, touching stories, animal programs, anime. That one's a pro and understandable. I've cried at anime before, just for like 5 seconds. Not too long, not too short. And I was alone when I did it, so no one has proof. But yeah, besides her crying, she's also said to be a little difficult to deal with. And if you tell her she's difficult to deal with, she'll cry about that too. So other than all that, she alright. Now she's definitely not the hottest girl in this show, but she alright. So with that being said, tell us what you think in the comments. And tell us who you think the best Cyclops waifu is on this list. And also, before I forget, since it's Halloween, tell me if there's any specific monster waifu that y'all want me to talk about. Or if there's a specific horrifying waifu y'all want me to talk about, you know, before Halloween. If so, tell me in the comments, and you guys have a great day. Bye!
I